I'm going to be giving you all the info you need to kill Galvek during Dragon Slayer 2, no faffing around, no fluff, just the essentials. If you think I've missed anything or have any extra tips, make sure to drop a comment below to help everyone out. So let's not waste any of your time and get going. We'll quickly go over your inventory first. We'll want the best range gear you have. I like using a dragon crossbow so you can make the most of dragon ruby and diamond enchanted bolts for some big hits early on and reliable DPS as you get Galvek's health lower. You'll also want an extended super anti-fire, a range potion, prayer potions and some food. Bring at least one super restore potion to deal with the stat drain mechanic later in the fight. You can bring some brews too for extra healing. Galvek has 4 phases, which we'll get to shortly, but he also uses 4 regular attacks throughout all of these phases, which we'll need to be aware of first. Some of these are very similar to Vorkarth, who you killed earlier in the quest. The most crucial attack to avoid is the orange dragon fire from above, which you'll be able to identify by its special animation and audio cue. Galvek is going to try and make this land on your head, so if he targets you, you need to move at least 2 tiles away from your initial spot. Secondly, he's got a purple dragonfire attack, which will switch off your prayer. Make sure to switch it back on, or you'll be taking a lot of damage very quickly. He also uses the standard orange dragonfire. Using a dragon protection shield and super anti-fire potion is enough to fully negate the damage from this attack, so make sure you use both. Finally, he has a melee attack, which he should stay out of range of at all times. He can use a blue orb spell to pull you in close, so if he does this, run away as soon as possible. As you're going to be out of melee range, you'll want to be praying against magic for this entire fight. Let's move on to the phases that you'll need to be aware of. Phase 1 is the fire phase. He's going to be camped on the bow of the ship using all of his regular attacks. The only special attack of note is his bomb attack, where he'll launch some orange spiky bombs around the ship, and all you need to do is not go anywhere near them. The best way to do this is to identify a safe area with a few tiles either side, so when you need to dodge the dragon fire from above, you don't run into them. Also consider that if he teleports you to him with the blue orb, you'll need a safe route to run out of his melee range. Phase 2 is the air phase. Galvek will migrate to the western side of the ship. He'll start using range attacks during this phase, but magic attacks are more common, so keep praying against those. He'll launch some air attacks at you, which will drain your stats, so make sure to use your super restores if they drop too low. Other than that, this is a pretty simple phase with nothing extra to avoid. Phase 3 is the water phase. After moving to the eastern side of the ship, Galvek will start sending out tsunamis that you'll need to avoid. It's very similar to Krondis in Tombs of Amascut or one of the quest bosses in A Kingdom Divided. The difference is these waves are pretty much a guaranteed KO, so be very careful as when they're paired with the death from above fireball attacks, this phase can get very deadly. Phase 4 is the final phase, the earth phase. You'll finish this fight with Galvek in the middle of the ship. He'll occasionally freeze you in place with an earth attack that can be dodged by moving one square out of the way. Although this attack deals no damage, it's crucial to avoid. If you're still stuck when the dragon fire falls from above, it's probably going to be game over. If you've managed to keep a level head, I'm confident you'll get this fight smashed out after a few attempts. You've practiced some of the mechanics during the Vorkarth fight earlier in the quest already, so you just need to make sure that you're aware of what to do when each phase changes. Don't click away yet. If you found this video helpful, make sure to check out my other guides. I've got tutorials for a few of the easier bosses as part of my Noob to Pro playlist, and I'm currently working on guides for a lot of the quest bosses. I've just finished Desert Treasure 2, so I'll be releasing these shortly. If you've got any other bosses you'd like to see a guide for, let me know in the comments below. See you next time.